It's a week now since the country has moved to level 1. A lot of activities and people are gradually moving with the time and adopting to the new normal. Maintaining a healthy mindset and staying mentally well is extremely important during this time. Many people and companies were forced to shut down due to the pandemic, but now that things are slowly getting better, it's time to work on your end goal. With just a few months left of the year, we chat to Malebo Batya. She's the founding director of Tested Printers, Inspirational Speaker and business mentor. She joins us now this morning to share her secrets to success and maintaining a positive mindset. Malebo, a very good morning to you. Thanks for joining us. Welcome to Morning Live.
Thank you so much, Simpure, and thank you for having me.
Big question. How do you maintain a positive mindset beyond COVID-19 and then bounce back?
Thank you so much. I think for me, what has worked is the people that surround me. I've got a great support system, and it hasn't come automatically. I've had to be deliberate in the people that I choose to be around me. I've got a great father, I've got a great husband, I've got great friends who I've had to sift through to see who is worthy to be around me for me to achieve my goal.
Okay, just how important is maintaining a positive attitude, and how does this work in your favor?
Thanks, Impure. You know, it's very important if you have a journey and you've got a destination, you've got a goal to achieve. If you are just going through life passively, then maybe it's not so important. But if you say, I'm in business or I'm in a career and I want to get to a certain point, you're going to need to be very disciplined, very active in how you choose to feed your soul, to feed your mind. Because the things that you consume on a daily basis are going to determine the kind of mindset that you will have. If it's always negativity, people talking about defeat all the time, you are bound to be defeated, and you are going to think the things that you dream of are not achievable.
Just avoiding that sort of defeat, how then do we shape or shift the mindset, as we are already on level 1? How do we change the mindset and still achieve what you had initially achieved at the beginning of the year?
Simply, I think a lot of people by now, they've realized that the created lifestyle that they had before COVID really didn't work. They came crumbling down when they were really challenged, because COVID was a real situation that took away all the fantasies that we had about our lives, about the false achievement. We had built a lot of self-esteem around false recognition. And we've been humbled by this pandemic, where now we have to take real stock of where we are, what we are, who we are, and what exactly are we doing? Are we really the people that we say we are? And if we are, how can we build even stronger self-esteem? But if we are not, how do we begin? And this is where a person has to retake a stock of their lives to say, but how do I do it differently now? I need to change the people around me. I need to change how I do things. I need to understand that this is my responsibility to become. You can't be dreaming of big things or dreaming of a great business, but you are looking for somebody to achieve that. If you are the one dreaming it, if you are the one wanting it, then you're going to have to be the one to take responsibility. And that's very, very important. People shun responsibility because they think somebody else is going to come and do it. The government is going to come and fund me. The government is going to come and give me money. But the government is not dreaming for you. So how are they going to have the same love that you have for your own dream?
You've said that we all need to take responsibility, but then taking responsibility differs from each person. I suppose that it begs the question, how does one focus on tasks and items that bring fulfillment, and help in increasing joy and peace in your life?
The beauty of life is that we all know the things that really matter to us. And yes, it's individual. But where we falter is when I want to live or copy the journey of somebody else. There's no fulfillment in Simpure's journey for me. I can celebrate Simpure, but I've got my own journey to walk through. I've got my own tasks to get through each and every day. When I'm setting goals at home, Simpiwe is not there.
True.
And even if he is there, our hearts are not in sync because we are not the same person. We are there to elevate one another, to collaborate for a better future for both of us. But it will never be the same journey for two people. It's never the same. So that must be put in mind to say, no matter how much I've got a friend that I'm planning with, I'm my own person. And as my own person, what are the things that when I'm alone, I can look back and say, I really like this. This gives me a very good feeling. Not this gives us good feelings, because we pretend a lot with one another. But alone, you can't pretend to yourself unless you really need some deep help. If you lie to yourself, then I don't think anybody can help you.
Sure. Malebo, we know that unfortunately so many companies and businesses shut down as a result of this pandemic. So how do companies speak up and then use this time to the best of their abilities?
What I can say to anyone who has had to close down is that this is not the end. If you feel like perhaps you failed in this and you've had to close down, take stock. What did you do that brought you here? Remember, as much as COVID came as a surprise, so to say, but there are steps that took us to a place where when COVID came, we were not ready. So we need to see it and say, but why did I not plan for such a moment? You may not have known that COVID will come, but as a business person, as a career person, you should know that there will be crises that will arise in your life, and you should plan for that. A lot of people had to close, yes. One of the things, overspending in the past because they thought opportunities will always be there. People did not see that there'll be 6 months of no income. They never saw that. In the past, all they wanted to do was overspend, show us the great lifestyle. And I'm not saying people should not celebrate their achievements, but I'm saying in your celebration, think of tomorrow. Don't think your opportunity today will be the same tomorrow. When you are planning, say, I'm going to enjoy today, but tomorrow, should I not have this, I still want to maintain the same lifestyle. Don't build yourself so high that when things are not the same, you crumble so hard.
Sure. Malebo, just moving forward, how can companies and businesses avoid such unprecedented times? And what plans and strategies should they have to adopt in order to weather the storm?
The one mistake that I've seen or noticed in, let me say, large companies is thinking that they've arrived. They are at a level where they can't be conquered. But I want to say this to those who are coming up and those who are made in their own minds, in their own spheres, to say you are never, no matter how made you are, there's always a higher level to reach for. Don't arrive. As long as you are breathing, don't arrive. Strive for more. Challenge yourself. When you start arriving, when you think I've made it, you start coming down, because there's no stagnancy in life. You can't just sit there and things remain the same. You use the money every day that you have made. You still eat the same things. You still want to drive the same car. You still want to go to the same places and spend large sums of money. As a company, you still want to maintain associations with people that you dine and wine. But your goal was never that. Your goal was that you will be profitable, you will create jobs, you will be great in that sphere. There's no company on earth that has reached its peak unless the people have decided they don't want to go further. And that's when they start coming down. So they need to dream again. They need to start over and say, I want to achieve more. There's always more. There's always more, because there's always someone ahead of you to show you that you can still go to that level.
Malebo, it was absolutely lovely chatting to you. I wish you had more time. But then thank you so much for your time and for sharing your wisdom with us. The quote of the day by far is that do not arrive. I'll definitely be living with that, by that mantra. Thank you so much for chatting to us.
Thank you so much.
All right, we just spoke to Malebo Batya, the founding director of Tested Printers, Inspirational Speaker and Business Mentor, on how you can still end the year with a bang. We'll have your